Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. Today we'll be taking a look at Kawasaki's 1979 KZ1000 Shaft. This bike was the first big Kawasaki to get the shaft drive. It is an open GT class motorcycle. It's a bit of a big heavy bike. They revamped in '79. They revamped the styling of the KZ and went to a much more squared off styling than they had previously used on their KZ1000s. And while they continued some of their rounder tanks on the LTD and even the KZ1000J, the KZ1000 Shaft and some of the GPZ models got the more squared off treatment as far as styling goes. To me, of the bikes that kind of got squared off in the early 80s, Kawasaki just did such a nice job. This is one of those bikes that I just go out to the garage to take a look at every now and then, and just, I think it's a beautiful machine. A lot of nice touches, even the way with the finish on the engine and the two-tone paint. Just a beautiful, beautiful bike. This one I actually purchased earlier this year from the original owner, and it had about 12,000 miles on it. And I'll throw some pictures up here to let you see when I bought it. It was fully decked out with a Vetter fairing and color matched Kawasaki option saddlebags as well. Definitely set up for touring and was ordered that way by the original owner. And to me, these bikes are so pretty clean that I didn't want to leave it with all the fairing on it. So I did spend a good amount of time putting it back to original with the headlight and the turn signals. One of the things I also did on this particular machine was I upgraded the front suspension, which was really sacked out by the Vetter fairing. That additional weight and just time had made the front end really mushy. So I did put a set of progressive suspension springs in the front end. I'm still running the stock shocks in the back. They're very basic shocks, but currently they function well enough. I may upgrade them at some point in the future. Another necessity on this particular bike was upgrading the brake lines with Speigler brake lines, steel-braided brake lines, and just the handling of the bike was so vastly improved, and the braking and control with the addition of the not just the springs but also the brake lines. It really is a nice open class GT bike now. I have serviced the bike with all the fluids. It is a 5-speed motorcycle, and this bike is just happiest getting out, hitting the open road. It'll cruise all day long at anywhere from 45 to 70 miles an hour and just no complaints. It's the kind of bike that when I get out and ride it, it's so comfortable. It has the flat seat, and being a larger bike, I'm a tall guy, so this one just fits me very well. But it just makes me want to keep going when I ride it. Very nice bike. Because of the suspension and brake upgrades as well, the bike handles surprisingly well. I've taken it. Pennsylvania has a lot of twisty, turny mountain roads, and I've ridden it on these types of roads, and while it's more comfortable, a little bit more open scenario, it does the job, the sporting job, very well. So we'll post a ride video here shortly, and I'll have a little bit more detail in the ride video of what it's actually like to ride. And I just want to shout out to the original owner. Thank you for keeping this bike so nice. It's very rare to find a vintage bike that's as clean as this one is and as well maintained, and it's just a testament to the original owner. So John, if you're out there, thank you.